Hi, I wanted to show you the latest pickup I picked up here. This is a Coleman 531B catalytic heater. Now it runs off the white gas or camp fuel here. Now I do have a gallon of this also. Um, this is a catalytic heater. It says for outdoor use only, but this is going to be an emergency heater inside the camper. Now, will I light this in the camper? Absolutely not. Um, the way you have to light these, there are various ways. You can fill up the fuel and turn it upside down. And once there's about a 2-inch dot on the top, you can light it. Or you can put a little fuel around the top, around all the way around the edge, and then make like a plus sign over the top from side to side, and then light that. Now this heater took about, this one particularly, I do not have a lot of fuel in it. I only put maybe a half a cup, if that. So it only took about 5 minutes for the fire to die down. Now you're going, this is not going to be smart inside of your camper. Yes and no. Now we do have a carbon monoxide detector and a smoke detector. We also have a fire extinguisher. So this will be emergency heat only. If we absolutely have to have heat, I live in Montana, so if we have to have heat and we're out of propane, because I do have a propane heater, I've shown that, my Zebco Traveler 7000, and if we're out of propane, we can use this to stay warm. Now this is a 5000 BTU heater. Now I can feel the heat from here, and I'm sitting clear, pretty far back. It does have the snuffer. Now I paid $25 for this. These things are made in, I believe, the 70s. This one is not adjustable. You can get them adjustable. And like I said, this is a 5000 BTU. Normally these can run, it depends. For a full tank, you can definitely run this overnight. So, why did I buy this? It's not a good idea to use it in a small enclosed place, that's true. But see, our camper trailer has a vent at the ceiling. It also has windows that we can crack. So, for me, this should be safe enough to use inside. Now, I will put some kind of shielding around it because I can feel the heat from here. I just lit this, so it is not glowing red yet. I don't think it is, but I can definitely feel the heat here. But yeah, I can feel the heat. I mean, clear up here I can feel it. And it's really warm. And the closer I get to it, the hotter it's getting. Right here is pretty hot. Now I don't know if you can see it. The heat is actually coming off this thing. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. And like I said, you're probably going, you can't use this indoors. Well, that's debatable. They say you can't use propane indoors either. And, people use propane all the time, especially certain heaters. As long as you have some good air circulation, good airflow, so where you can get some fresh air in, and make sure any odor, if there is any, gets out. Now, with my camper trailer, there's a vent at the ceiling. I also have my ceiling roof vents that I could crack if I needed to. So, right here, would this work in an emergency situation? Absolutely, and that's what we're looking at. We're looking at, times are already getting tough for a lot of people, and, try to prepare the best you can. Now, I did pay $25 for this. And then that fuel was $6 for that small can, which is 32 fluid ounces, 1 quart. And the larger can, which is the 1 gallon, was $10. And I did look on Walmart, and that's where I got it. It's Crown. And I did look on Walmart, and on their site it says the gallon is $7 and this is $5. That's an absolute lie. When I got to Walmart, this was $6, and the 1 gallon was $10, literally. So don't believe everything you see on Walmart.com. Now, this is putting out quite a bit of heat. Would this help keep us from freezing in a bad situation? You betcha. I mean, I can feel the warmth from here. And like I say, if you're worried about it, you could always crack a window a little bit. You could stay huddled around this and keep warm. You could set it on something. Just make sure you don't set it next to anything that's flammable or that can catch on fire, like your blankets, covers. Don't hang this from the ceiling. I know it has a handle on it, but that gets so hot on the top of that you definitely want to keep this as far away as possible from anything that can burn. And like I said, I don't know if you can see the heat, but I can definitely feel it. So, at $25, was this a good buy? Absolutely. It is another way that we can have heat if we need to have heat. And of course we do have our wood stove. Like I said, my girlfriend actually wants to deep freeze in the camper instead of the wood stove. So, since I'm not going to be installing the wood stove, she wants to deep freeze in there, right here, and we're going to have the fridge in there. We do have a propane heater. What if we run out of propane? You know, that's something you have to think about. Of course, I can make a small candle heater. I do have a video on how to make those out of just aluminum foil and some candles and a glass plate. But this puts out so much more heat, and it would help you a great deal. Like I said, it only took about 5 minutes or so for the flame to flare down on this. I'm not sure when the last time this was used. I did check it for leaks. I did hold it upside down, made sure it wasn't leaking anywhere. And it has the flame stopper thing here, the cup, cap, whatever you want to call it. $25. It was a very good deal, considering it is a different way to get heat. Now remember, if you're going to use this in a small area, make sure you have ventilation, and make sure it stays away from anything that's flammable. And I am using the Crown White Gas Camp Fuel. Now, if you can afford the Coleman or find the Coleman fuel, I recommend you get that. A lot of these cheap generic fuels don't burn correctly, or they put out an odor. So far, I don't smell anything. I'm not getting any type of headache or anything like that. So, yeah, I can see the heat vapors, the heat rise from here. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, though. But this is another item, something like this, that you can purchase for an emergency. It's like these cans of fuel stay good for like 10 years. Literally. So you could put this back and just stick it in a closet, stick it in a garage, and just have it for when you need it. And I also fixed my light up there. I have a video on that. I just haven't uploaded it yet. I will upload it after this one, because I wanted you to see a different way that you can have heat. And they say this is outdoor. That's true. But once again, if you have good circulation, good airflow, um, maybe a vent in the ceiling where any fumes can escape, or, you know, it doesn't burn all the oxygen up, then you can use it inside. Alright, that's it. I'm fixing to go. I just wanted you to see our latest purchase, which, my latest purchase. Yeah, I don't know if you can see anything. Um, I would turn the lights off, but I don't know if you can see it. And let me see. I don't know how, this camera's probably not going to pick up very well if I do that. Unfortunately, there's still too many lights on. But I can definitely feel the warmth and the heat. Now, this is like any other catalytic heater. Wow, that is definitely warm up there. Now, on the instructions, it says, read instructions, of course, to avoid injury or damage. It says use with Coleman fuel only, or only with Coleman fuel. But this is camp fuel. Any camp fuel should work. Then it says use with adequate ventilation. Of course, I've already told you that. It says never in a tightly enclosed area to prevent fuel spillage. Alright, that's another thing. If you're going to fill this up, fill it up outside somewhere. Light it outside, then carry it inside. Do not light this, you know, in your house. Light it outside, take it inside. It says it'll burn 1 foot to 2 feet high for 5 to 10 minutes, then go out. Then you close the canopy, which is this top part up here. After the flame goes out, and heat will reach a maximum in 15 to 20 minutes. To extinguish, place the snuffer right there over the burner firmly until it cools. Now, I only had this lit for about 5 minutes or so. The flame went out, and then it was warm enough for me to bring in the house, and then I started this video. So it has not been 20 minutes since I lit this, and it's already putting out massive amounts of heat. That's definitely hot right there. Super hot. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to show you the latest purchase on and tell you why I bought this. We do live in Montana, where it gets super cold, and having any type of backup emergency heat is always a good thing. Now remember, I only put maybe a cup of camp fuel in here. This is the white gas camp fuel. Any type of camp fuel should work. You know, any brand, Coleman, this is Crown. Any should work. If it's not working properly, you need to check your wick and maybe even cut that wick down or clean it. It could be burnt, so it's not burning correctly. Alright, but that's it. If you're interested in something like this, you can find these on eBay, Craigslist. Like I said, I did pay $25 for this, which if you're thinking about emergency heating, $25, $30, $35 is not a lot of money. Now, I understand propane, you can stick propane back forever too, but this has like a 10-year shelf life on this camp fuel. So in an emergency situation, this could help you a lot. Alright, I'm fixing to go. That's it. And everyone have a good day. Bye.